welcome to my channel. It's your girl Jen. I am so happy you could join us today. If you haven't already, please make sure you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on all the goodies, and let's get started. So this week I wanted to talk to you a little about some of the lessons that I've learned from being an actor in a previous life. Not like reincarnation previous life, but like another season of this current lifetime I'm living. So when I first started college in undergrad, I was majoring in theater arts with an emphasis in performance. And a number of times we were talking in class about this, and I heard it from people outside the department that people will ask why you're choosing that kind of a degree. It's fluff, it's not gonna get you anywhere. No fine arts degree is gonna help you with shit. So be prepared to justify why you're doing it. And so that's what I wanna talk about. Not justifying it, but it's been, how old am I now? Don't answer that. Okay. It's 2018. Oh my God. I just realized how long it's been. I started college in 2000, fall of 2000. Oh my God, that was 18 years ago. Let's just be real here. I just realized half of my life, oh man. So I'm 36. Half of my life was before college, before I started college, and half of my life was after I started. Wow, okay. So let's get back to it. Because when I was thinking about this to prep for talking to you, I realized there's a fair amount that I've learned. Some of it's really like actual concrete skills, and some of it's been very like self-awareness-y. So let's dive in, shall we? Okay, so number one. First thing I learned from studying the craft of acting happened through the necessary process of going on auditions. When I was in high school, or when I was in college, or outside of those for community theater, or for professional work in summer stock, or TV, film, all of those things, the biggest thing that I had to learn through the process was resilience. Resilience meaning being able to withstand something and pick yourself back up and keep going. So if you're really interested in acting, you know that the odds are not in your favor. There are a shit ton of people out there that want to do the work, that want to be on stage in New York, that want to be on TV and film out in LA or wherever the hell else stuff gets filmed, because Hollywood likes to pretend they do it all and they're the only place to do it. So anyways, you go on a lot of auditions and you don't get cast way more often than you do get cast. I can remember in college repeatedly going at the beginning of each semester and auditioning and getting passed over for things that I knew I was good at, that I knew my peers saw that I was good at, but I learned about the politics in the department and I had to make peace with that, or else I wasn't going to be able to continue with it. So I built up a bit of a thick skin so I could keep going and say, you know what, I'm gonna get a no, I'm gonna get another no, I'm gonna get another motherfucking no, whoop-de-doo. I'm gonna keep learning, I'm gonna keep going. I love this, I don't know what else I would do. That was my thought process at the time. And meanwhile, while I was taking classes in college, I took a course that helped with character development. And there's an exercise that we learned that I use to this day, not for acting because I don't do that anymore, but I use it for helping me and the people I work with better understand other people. So it's really about the second thing that I learned, which is real, tangible empathy. Empathy meaning to feel with another person, to experience what they are experiencing, to take on the emotions of the other person. Not in a codependent way where you've like sacrificed yourself in the name of helping everyone else and trying to heal yourself through that shit, but like actually being able to walk the road with them, to experience it, to use your own emotional recall from experiences you've had in your life to be there emotionally with that other person. And that is asking a lot, but I learned really how to be empathetic, and not in like a cognitive way, but to really practice empathy, because if you're going to take on the role of another character, you best be convincing the audience, the viewers, whomever, that you understand it. And if you can't convey that, there's a bit of a disconnect. Next, what's on my list? So spare time, when I wasn't in class, we had groups that would do improv for fun, and I loved improv. Definitely like, whose line is it anyway? What? Wayne Brady, Ryan Stiles, all those guys. Love that stuff. It was so much fun. I still enjoy watching it because it's just freaking hilarious. And who doesn't enjoy laughing? You know? Who doesn't like to laugh? Now I'm going back to like Mary Poppins. I love to laugh. Loud and long and clear. No, I'm not gonna float up on the ceiling, although that would be pretty fun. Maybe if I was like smoking some pot or something, but no, not today. So improv, that's number 3. I love improv. The last time I got to do it was with some friends in Atlanta. I went to colleagues' basement improv theater, and it was just a blast. It's so much fun to just play. And when you are in the act of improvising, the whole premise is you have to agree to whatever is presented to you. So if I say, hey, you've got a spider on your head, you would agree that you've got a spider on your head, and then you add to it. If you negate what somebody else is saying, like, oh no, I don't, you're just crazy, you just killed the potential of the scene. So you really want to make it big and go somewhere. So a lot of what improv needs is a willingness to think on the fly. And I have used that tremendously in my work since leaving acting in the theater, with sales, with working with other people in the learning and development space. You have to be able to kind of just take whatever is presented and run with it. I'll tell you a story, not this time, but I'll tell you a story another time about how I used improv to my benefit, although, Okay, number 4. Actors have to go on auditions. You're essentially selling yourself at these things. So you have to present yourself in the right way. You have to provide a resume and a headshot. You're in sales. You're in the business of sales, whether you want to admit it or not. Yar, Captain Hook. So selling is part of what you do. If you don't, you're not going to get work. Now, every other job that I've ever had, you have to go on an interview. What do you think that requires you to do? Sell yourself. Shocker. Being an entrepreneur, you have to sell your idea. You have to sell your company. You have to sell these products and services that you created. You have to evangelize. Essentially, a salesperson is an evangelist. And I learned that from auditions and acting. The next 3 things, because this is a top 7 list apparently, the next 3 things were a little bit different. And I'm just gonna list them out and talk about those a little bit differently. So, in studying acting and wanting to be an actor and working in the theater and all of that, because of the things I just talked to you about, is like there's a resilience factor. You have to go on those auditions, you have to be there, you have to love it, you have to breathe it, you have to understand other people, you have to be able to think on the fly, you have to sell yourself. All of that for me lent itself to how to be seen in a very controlled way. I controlled how I showed up. I controlled what you saw of me, what you thought of me, who you thought I was, where I was, when I wasn't. I was able to very easily craft a persona for myself. And I also learned through that how to hide who I really was, how to not show you my real self. I learned how to put that part of me away. And because of all of that, I ended up learning how powerful our masks are. The images that we present to the world. And for a long time, that was hard for me to let go of. And so I want to challenge you to look at the masks in your life that you've built and latched onto. You know, that could be the good mom, the good wife, the professional woman business guru. What things did you learn that keep you safe, but also keep you hidden and keep you from really showing up and being seen for who you are and doing the things that you're meant and called to do? So, with that being said, it just takes a little bit of reflection to look at where you are so you know where to start investing in yourself. And if you want a little help with where to invest in yourself, you can start by taking my looking glass quiz, which will tell you exactly where in your life that you are killing it and kicking ass at investing. And it'll also show you some areas that could use a little more TLC. So tune in next week. Same bat time, same bat channel.